Hello, everyone. I would like to begin with the question. Can you think of a moment when you felt overwhelmed with the use of technology? Perhaps it was the feeling of always having to be connected or continuously having to learn new platforms like Moodle, Zoom, Teams, all the notifications. What you were potentially experiencing was technostress. Welcome to Tech Overload, unraveling the technostress levels of students in their first semester of a professional CJEP program. Today I'm going to be presenting research from my correlational descriptive study, which focused on the following 4 questions. Number 1, what was the amount of technostress students experienced in their first semester of a professional CJEP program? Number 2, how did it vary over the course of the first semester? Did it increase, decrease, or remain constant? Number 3, did the level vary of technostress between the physiotherapy technology and electronics engineering technology programs? And number 4, how much did an individual's level of digital literacy influence their level of technostress? Why study this at all? Well, the use of technology has been steadily increasing since the 1980s, and education in particular saw a significant increase in the use of TEL, so technology-enhanced learning, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and it's logical to assume that this trend will continue. Increase in TEL has positive consequences, such as increasing accessibility and inclusion in learning and saving institutions resources and time, but I think we can all agree there are also some downsides. One of those is technostress. Technostressors have been identified as techno-invasion, so always having to be connected, techno-overload, too much technology, techno-complexity, too difficult, techno-insecurity, the threat of new IT or others with better skills replacing us, and my personal favorite, number 5, techno-uncertainty, the short life cycle of skills that needs to be continuously updated. So just when you learn a new platform, they change it and you have to relearn how to use it. Technostress has been shown to enhance anxiety and self-criticism. It's been shown to decrease productivity and lead to poor academic success. And it's been shown to increase program attrition rates. Intuitively, we associate technostress with older individuals who were not raised with digital exposure marbling their lives. But research shows that the younger generation and higher education students, often perceived as tech savvy or digital natives, can also be faced with a digital mismatch between the technology they are familiar with and the technology they are expected to use. So what was the methodology used for this study? Well, data was gathered from students in their first semester of either the physiotherapy technology or the electronics engineering technology programs at Dawson College. And data was gathered through a questionnaire, a Microsoft form, and it was done at 2 different times. So time 1 was at the beginning of the semester, week 2, and the second time was towards the very end of the semester, week 13. The questionnaire had 4 different sections. The first section was demographic questions. The second section were questions about digital competence, and these questions were adapted from the validated digital competency scale for university students created by Wang et al. In 2021. The third section were technostress questions, and once again, these questions were adapted from a validated technostress scale tool created by Wang et al. In 2020. And the last section were questions asking students to predict their future level of technostress, so from week 2 to week 13, and their interest in a learning module. The results of the questionnaire, so descriptive statistics of the participants, showed that in total 83 students participated at T1, of which 19 lacked a Wave 2 data point and were consequently excluded from the final analysis. This resulted in 64 ultimate participants and a 22.89% attrition rate. It was split approximately 50-50 between physiotherapy tech and electronics engineering tech. The majority, over 3/4 of the participants, were coming straight from high school, so this was their first experience at the CJEP level. 15% or so had previous experience at the CEGEP level, and almost 8% had some university level experience. And the participants were split approximately 50-50 between men and women. In terms of the 4 research questions, the results of this correlational descriptive study indicated that the physiotherapy technology and electronics engineering technology cohorts experienced moderate levels of technostress. So both actually had a mean of 2.52 out of 5 on the Likert scale, so a Likert scale from 1 to 5. And this suggested that technostress is a common experience among college students. Number 2, independent t-tests demonstrated no significant difference in technostress between the 2 programs, even though one program is specifically in a technological field while the other is not. They're in healthcare, which is noteworthy, although not surprising, because the term moderate was most likely modulated by students' expectations and circumstances. Number 3, a paired sample t-test showed a minor increase, though not significant, between technostress at time 1 and technostress at time 2. That is, technostress remained constant throughout the semester for these students. Number 4, there was found to be a significant negative correlational relationship between a student's level of digital literacy and the quantity of technostress they experienced. In addition, analysis of the prediction variable revealed that the majority of participants could not accurately predict their level of technostress. So almost 3/4 were not able to accurately predict their future level of technostress towards the end of the semester. And the majority of these students inaccurately predicted a decrease in technostress, namely 30.77%. So they thought their technostress level was going to go down, and it did not. Participants were neutral at both time 1 and time 2 regarding the prospect of a training module, with the mode of 45% and 42% respectively, although interest did grow from week 2 as compared to week 13. What are the implications of this study? So the finding that students consistently experience moderate levels of technostress, although predicted, is concerning. Fortunately, the findings of this study are in line with the evidence to date that suggests that part of the solution lies in developing digital literacy skills. And information from this study hopes to inform the creation of initiatives to reduce student technostress, such as explicit description of digital literacy skills required in each course outline, so that when students read the course outline, they can see exactly what it is that they're going to be asked to do, what kind of technological platforms are going to be used. Are they going to have to make a YouTube video? Are they going to have to collaborate on a Google Doc, the use of Moodle, etc. Streamlined process to access college and community resources so that when students do need help, they know exactly where they can get it from. Ongoing peer mentoring support network, so other students who have already been through the program, so upperclassmen, could help new students, giving them information about what hardware to buy, what software will be used, and how to prepare themselves. The creation of a technostress branching module for students. So this would be a self-assessment risk factor process to identify gaps in their abilities, and then giving them tailored feedback with resources. Collaboration with mental health professionals to identify coping strategies, and not just help for students, but assistance for faculty in making wise TEL choices, technology enhanced learning choices, for their classrooms based on the TPAC model, so the technological pedagogical content knowledge model by Kohler and Mishra. Because faculty are often setting the tone and making the decisions of what kind of technology is required in their classroom, and sometimes they need some assistance with that. In conclusion, this study contributes to our understanding of technostress among college students and highlights the significance of digital literacy in reducing technostress. With the advent of artificial intelligence such as ChatGPT, we can assume that the speed of technological change in the education sphere will continue to accelerate, whether we're ready or not. Further research is necessary to distinguish between techno-distress and techno-eustress. So not all technostress is negative. There are positives of technostress and negatives of technostress. And further research is necessary to develop effective interventions for reducing technostress among the student population. I would like to take this moment to acknowledge the support of Dawson College, in particular the Physiotherapy Technology program and the Electronics Engineering Technology program, as well as the University of Sherbrooke, the Performa MTV program. Thank you very much.